Shit, I need a blunt after that. Peace. Yeah, that was crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, peace to everybody. Peace to those who will hopefully stroll yourself in. We got the brother, Big Gullah. He's in the building. He's repping.
What's happening
Gullah
there?
in Gullah in the building. Gullah in the building. Today,
What's happening there, everybody?
yeah. So today the brother gonna do a build on the he gonna do a build on Georgetown. He gonna drop
Yeah.
some.
Um.
All right, I'll let you take over. Go ahead. You-
All right. What's going on there, everybody? What's up, everybody? I hope everybody's safe out there. I'm gonna let a couple of y'all more scroll in and everything. If you can't put this in the Discord, brother. Hope everybody doing all right. I'm gonna give y'all a little quick build, a little brief history on Georgetown, South Carolina, where I call home. Um, and yeah, give y'all a little bit about me.
There you go. Yeah, man, we had a little technical difficulties, but we in the building. They tried to stop us. So let me peace to everybody. Peace to Santiwa, Thurman, Chauncey, Gullah's in the building. The Gullah is in the building. All right, let me get the share screen button. Share screen. No screen share. All right. Can you see it?
It's coming. Yep, there we go. All right.
All right, it's on you, bro.
Once again, what's up, everybody? Brother Gullah, coming in live and direct. I'm gonna give y'all a little brief history on Georgetown, South Carolina. Starting off with the state flag. Um, as you see, it was the man that get the credit for it, Colonel William Moultrie. It was a symbol that he assembled an indigo blue banner, including a white palmetto tree with a gorget shaped in a corner. The color was from the Patriot uniforms that was running at the time, and the gorget was from the caps that they had on their heads. The soldiers had on their head. The indigo color came from the indigo dye industry, which Western Central Africans supplied the labor for, as we all know. The palmetto tree was chosen due to it because they used a lot of palmetto trees to protect the fort itself, Fort Moultrie on Sullivan's Island. And if you didn't know this, this is even new to me. Palmettos came from Florida. They're not even from South Carolina. They came from Florida. So
Okay.
early history, yeah, early
Next slide.
history,
I
yes,
got you.
sir.
All right.
Yeah, a little early history of it. The Spanish first settled 1526. Lucas Vasquez de Ayllon. In doing so, they dominated the area, pushed out many of the native tribes, the Weenie, the Wakama, the Santee, and the Winya. By 1729, the colony itself became very wealthy due to the seaport, which flourished trade. And it's also the state's third oldest town. Um, it also had known to have attracted some pirates. Blackbeard was documented being around there, stuff like that. And the city itself was designed by Elisha Scriven. Next slide.
So 1526, man, they brought the black people with them, huh? Brought
Yeah,
the Africans with them, huh? So okay,
exactly.
1619. Shout out your brain.
hmm Yes, sir. And you see the native tribes that they also document pushing out and whatnot. So there was people here, then they brought people here also. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this is
And there's a
interesting.
difference.
You brought up the Weenie, the
Mm-hmm.
Wakama, the
Mm-hmm.
Santi, the Winya. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
take notice. Giving you them native tribes there. Okay, next slide.
And if you
Indigo.
also and if you're also into the Discord, you can look at each of these and even more specific tribes of Native Americans and see what their cultures were, see what they practice, whatnot, whatnot. Yes, sir. Indigo. It's a plant that yields a blue dye. Very convenient for the plantation owners because they didn't have to do anything to the field for them to grow it. So you didn't have to Literally, do anything to the field. You plan it, let that thing do what it do. As far as tilling the land, stuff like that. Because if you know anything about the rice, we're gonna get into that. Never mind. Um, Indigo itself was wanted worldwide in the 1800s because of the blue dye. It was going to as far as wealth and everything. If you was wealthy, you had money, you had some blue dye. You know what I mean? It led the Winya Indigo Society, 1775. That's 1,122,200 pounds of indigo was shipped to England. Um, Market became saturated with competition in the East Indies and in India itself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next
We'll get
slide.
we'll get into the Carolina Gold. One point in time, rice was king. The ancestors are the ancestors, the West Africans, Central Africans that came over here. They already knew as far as how to irrigating the fields. They also brought many other skills such as metalwork, basket weaving, bricklayers, craftsmen, cattle grazing, and many others. I'm gonna just touch on basket weaving real quick, just because for me, that hit very near and dear. My grandma, her mama, and her mama, they all knew as far as the practice of making the baskets and everything. That's on my mom's side. On my dad's side, his father's last name is Dozier. If you into the family last names and what stuff mean and whatnot, you will see that Dozier, Dozier, is French for basket weaver. And I'm gonna just do that. Um, in 1840, Georgetown County was the wealthiest of all 13 colonies. Was the number one crop in Georgetown. By the middle of the 19th century, more than 75,000 acres of land was cleared for rice. Um, the Africans cleared the land. They built dikes, planted the grain with traditional heel to toe technique. If you can, that's a search tab for you. They flooded the fields, harvested the rice by hand, and wove the fauna. That's the baskets I was just talking about.
That's
Yes, Jonathan Alexander Baxter, 1854, 1927. He was born a free man in Charleston. He moved to Georgetown at an early age and was a shoemaker. 1878, he was elected commissioner of election. 1884, he served one of three terms in South Carolina House of Representatives, delegate for Republican National Convention. He was an alderman for the city of Georgetown, and he was buried in Bethel Cemetery. And as far as this Reconstruction thing we got going on right now, the voting time and everything, I had to throw him in there because he was so relevant to me as far as blacks in office and everything. Next one, Joseph H. Rain, well, Joseph Hayne Rain, 1832, 1887. His father brought his whole immediate family out of slavery. So if you was to go into the records and you might see a Rainey on his slaves, you say, well, literally he bought his whole family. That's just one example, you know what I mean? Because people can see other black people owning slaves and whatnot, and they may not mean that they had them as workers. They probably just bought their people. You get what I'm saying? Um, he and his father were both barbers. 1862, he was drafted to be a Confederate barber. He escaped with his wife Susan, where they fled to Bermuda, and he opened another barber shop in Hamilton. Um, I ain't gonna get into no 80s, never mind. 1867, he was elected to represent Georgetown County at the Constitutional Convention. Following year, which this would be 1868, he became state senator along with deputy marshal of the census. This is 1868. He was the first African American to serve in the House of Representatives, and he also had 4 consecutive terms. To me, Joseph H. Rainey, very important figure we need to know about that we aren't really taught about. I didn't learn this in school, and I went to school that day. Next slide. Bethel Church. Bethel African Methodist Church was the first separate black church. Congregation founded in 1865. The church opened in 1882. It came from the Duncan United Methodist Church, where August T. Carr was licensed to preach, and it was built by Sampson Dunmore. It was remodeled in 1908. This church right here was a very big thing. It was the meeting place of a lot of black community based ideas and whatnot, whether it be Freemasonry, whether it be talks of during this Reconstruction era, whether it be talks about self defense, security, um, just a lot of things. Man, as you know, the church played a prominent role as far as a meeting place. And you see, that's the landmark right there. So, all right, next you're gonna get into this Rice Museum. Yep. It's also called the Old Market Building. It was used as a slave auction, jail, open air market, and town hall, all in different eras of time. Um, it's a one-story building with Greco-Roman architecture. It was built 1832, and it was finished being built in 1835. And that's it right there. All right. Gullah Museum. It was funded by Gullah artist Vermeil Bunny Smith Rodriguez and her husband Andrew Rodriguez. She, being Bunny, specializes in story quilts. Her works are included in various museums in Washington, D.C., children's museums in Houston. The one in D.C. has a quilt dedicated to Michelle Obama and her Gullah roots through her grandfather.
Whoa,
Andrew
whoa,
uses
whoa! Stop!
talk to
Wait,
me. What's up?
wait! Hold on.
I'm here.
Michelle Obama's Gullah.
To her grandpappy, yes sir. And got a
Oh,
quilt for her in D.C. Yes sir.
okay. Right.
Yeah. Um, well, beyond that, I'm probably sure somebody you know that didn't know that was Gullah. Jim Brown Gullah too. He from Georgia. He from the Georgia part, but yeah, he Gullah too.
Okay.
There's a lot of people. Yeah, I still find people new to the. I'm like, wow, I didn't know. But yeah, her husband Andrew uses those quilts as teaching tools during his lectures. For example, Kumbaya means "come by here," the musical. Porgy and Porgy and Bess is about Gullah people, also showing how red rice, slow cooked collard greens, and peanuts we call guba are all West Central African traditions. Lastly, demonstrating how tote, okra, and yam are all West African words, along with many others we use today. And Watch Night Service also has a very prominent role as far as going to church and everything, being, had to go to church when you're younger and whatnot. And end of the year, the first day of the year, and whatnot, you had that Watch Night Service. You got to be in that thing all night long and whatnot. But yeah, all of those are West Central African Gullah traditions.
Okay. So yam is a West African word. Okra is a
Yeah,
West African word. So okay.
yeah. The name Candace, that's West African also. These are just simple, like everyday things we use every day. That done got accepted into the English lexicon dictionary, whatever. And we didn't even know West African root. Yes, sir.
And you live down here?
Not no more. I'm from there. I, Currently, I
Man.
live in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, we need some primaries at that Gullah Museum, bro.
Got you, bro. Hey, look, the turtles and I got you. Yeah, I got you. I got you. They know me. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Got you.
Let
Got
me
you.
go to the next slide for you.
Yes, sir.
Brown Ferry.
Yeah, Browns Ferry, 1730, 1740, sank in the Black River, carrying 25 tons of brick made on a plantation. Other artifacts, and like I said, we was brick masons and doing stuff like that also when we came over here. Um, Other artifacts included smoke pipes, iron pots, wine bottles, and millstones. It was found by Jim Marinville in the fall of 1971, and it is the oldest maritime vessel in America. So I threw that in there like that because there's a school, Browns Ferry School, that I went to school at. You know what I mean? And I didn't. I mean, they talked about it briefly, whatnot, but I ain't know. Like, it's not, it was really no Gullah Richmond like that, but it's just some history as far as that's in our land and whatnot. You get what I'm saying? So I threw that in there for the history purposes. The next slide, what you see right here, is a picture of my grandfather's shed. He no longer with us, but I didn't know about no other cultures and stuff growing up. Like this is what I seen. You know what I mean? This African mass, or African, you know what I mean? African art. So and on his mother's tombstone, she was a religious person, but as you see, I got Proverbs 31:10 and 33. I'm not gonna sit here and read that to y'all or preach to y'all none of that because I'm not even, you know what I mean. But I will say that when I read this, that scripture right there, to me, it was just West African tradition. You know what I mean, as far as women and whatnot. So that was dope to me. You know what I mean? But yeah, and that's my little brief little history on Georgetown, South
You
Carolina, where I come from.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Um, you wanted to show the cabin, right?
Oh yeah. Pay 39. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, that
Mm,
PDF full of stuff, man. As far as you ever heard of Ranky Tape music?
no, I read about it, but I never heard it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's that you know, it's that thing with that banjo, right?
Yeah. Bluegrass stuff like that. That's some early. It's like some early origins. I feel like from as
All
far
right.
as that.
Do you
But
see it on the
yeah,
screen?
yeah, I see it. And what you're looking at right now on the left side, that is was coined as a so yeah, blow. Yeah, there we go. Good luck, brother. Uh huh. Yeah, on the left side. What you're looking at right now, this is in Georgetown still. Is what they coined a slave cabin, and that's pretty much what it would, what most of them look like. Um, can you scroll up so they can see? And they ain't no date on it either. Nah, ain't no date on it. But as you see, that's right there in Georgetown County. It's a historical site. Um, that's a good gist of what most of the houses in the early makings of America look like pre-Civil War.
Okay. So you bought the Gullah up. That was
Hmm.
peace, man. So that's where you from, man. That's your hood, man, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So that was a brief joint the brother did. That's peace. I'm gonna add on something to this a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up my book. Hold up. Let me go in my library. Let me where's I'm
Screenshot.
trying to find the book. Yeah, you gonna have a
Oh,
whole
take your time. Take your
you gonna have
time.
a
Take
whole
your
lot
time.
of messing with me,
Take your
bro.
time. Take
Hold
your
up.
time. Mm-hmm.
I know I thought I opened it. Oh, here it is.
Mess around. Y'all already got a couple of these too.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so let me go here so people can see what this book is here. How do I get back here? Ah, you can't see the cover. But anyway, this is the Queen of the Gullah. She has a
Yeah.
book called Gullah Geechee, The Survival of Africa's Seed in the Winds of the Diaspora, right? So
Mm-hmm.
let me go where I know I have a whole bunch of stuff in here underlined, bro. All right, I just think this is important. Little stuff that I'm gonna just add to this, right? It said, "Whoa, what did that happen? Where we went, bro? It skipped
I'm
me.
here. You did me?
It said the seeds flourished on isolated islands in the Atlantic Ocean that we now call the Sea Islands. The Africans that grew from these seeds bore a rich, sweet, powerful fruit with a spiritual covering. These fruits are what we now call the Gullah, one of the counties of South Carolina that is actually a string of islands in Burford. The branches of the family tree of the native Gullah Geechee Islanders include the Bajan, Sierra Leoneans, Senegalese, Madagascar. Oh, you see that? East Africans, huh? Kobaso. Look, got the Yamasee in there. You got the Cherokee in there. And you got the Creek in there. There's a couple more in there. Hold up. And many others. The natives of St.
Mm-hmm.
Helena Island and Balfour are a wonderful representation at the preservation of African culture in America. You want to add on about that? Because this is your hood. So I'm gonna let you go. This is your show.
I mean, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to
Wow.
say?
This is
What you
your
want me to?
nah, but this is a good book that you can get. It'll actually deal with the history of it. But there's
Yeah.
something that's going on over there right now, and I'm gonna have to pull this up.
As far as the ancestral land.
Yeah. So right here it says, um, we lose the land, we lose the people. a farmer's quest to save St. Helens Gullah's land. So you see the date
Right.
on this is September 24th, 2020. And you saw Beaufort County delinquent tax sale inches closer. Gullah Geechee leaders on St. Helen Island are rallying to save the land owned and occupied by their ancestors for hundreds of years. Let's keep on going. Actually, they trying to build a highway through there. I'm just gonna tell you. It
Yeah,
says
another one. Mm-hmm.
It says those are our ancestors, and those are the ones who tilled the soil, who built this country to what it is. Said Green, who identifies as Gullah, so they have paid their dues, and the only thing they could leave us was to keep the land. Numbers released by Beaufort County Wednesday indicate that the owners of 831 properties across Beaufort County, including 173 on St. Helen Island, are delinquent of property taxes that have been due for over a year. Property owners owe a total of 1.489 million in back taxes across the country, including roughly $215,000 in St. Helens. If back taxes aren't paid by October 2nd, we are past October 2nd right now, these properties will go for sale at an in-person auction October 5th. So basically what happens here is this, right? This is what you call your so-called tax redemption or whatever. If you don't pay the taxes and whoever comes pay, they actually get the property. And they will not be paying this amount, which is 1.2 million. It would be a different price, which would be actually lower than this 1.489 million. Those whose property was sold at last year's auctions may have an extra year to pay taxes and interest, thanks to legislation proposed by Senator Tom Davis. So this is a senator, Mr. Tom Davis, amended by Rep. Weston Newton and passed by the legislator this week. The legislation now awaits signature from Governor Henry McCaskill. So at the end of the day, these brothers and sisters over here who had this land for I don't know how many years, nobody's talking about them. They getting their stuff snatched up and they getting it taken away. So what can you do? What can the people do? So let me go here.
Donate to the GoFundMe.
Yeah, so I
And for the
think a
people
while
that down
ago.
there,
Yeah, go
knowledge
ahead.
is key too. My fault, but I was going. It's real quick. You can donate to the GoFundMe. Queen Quet. And you
Yeah,
can
go ahead.
find her on Gullah Geechee Nation on all the social medias. And for the people that live down there, as far as Beaufort County, Destiny community, stuff like that, knowledge is like, knowledge about this whole land stuff. You know what I mean? That's key. But go ahead, what you about to say?
All right. So this is I showed this before. This is a interview that I did with her, but it was
Yeah.
basically online. So it says we
Now,
are still. Go ahead.
now I was gonna ask you, that was on September the 11th, wasn't it?
Huh?
What that was September last year or something like that, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, September 11th, 2019. But
Yeah, day before
I,
day before
I,
my
I,
birthday.
I got her to email, so we was emailing back and forth, and I was basically
Gotcha.
asking her who the Gullah people was. You can see her answer here. Where the Gullah located in the United States? What's the original
Mm-hmm.
term of Gullah? It originated from Angola, the Gullah ethnic, etc. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get to these links. And will this go here? I want to make sure I have this on the screen. GoFundMe. Okay, this is Queen Cat, Gullah Geechee Queen, goes to the UN. You see this measly little thing? $1,507 have been raised. But it says this fundraiser is no longer accepting donations. So this one is done. So let me
It's a
get out of.
couple of them we did win. I can't get on them real quick because my internet acting crazy, and I don't even want to mess with
Hold
them
on,
because
hold
I don't
on.
want to get kicked off.
I'll get it. I'll find it. Is it this one? What's this one? All right. Let me see. Okay, this one here, Gullah Land and Legacy Fund. Make sure y'all write this down. Gullah Land and Legacy Fund. So the goal was to raise 300,000. They only got 21,290. But if you look at your favorite YouTube channels, they generate somewhere around $10,000 or something a month. People will donate maybe $500 in one live stream. But what
Mm-hmm.
the hell do we got going on right here? What is this?
Real life stuff.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
this is real talk right here. Here's a black woman. This is her here, Queen of the Gullah, who goes to
She a
the UN
scholar.
to fight it, but no
Mm-hmm.
one's talking about this. So here you go here, October 2nd, 2020. She said, "We won again. We have stopped the use of seismic guns in the Atlantic Ocean. We appreciate all of you that supported the effort to stop offshore drilling." So they want to
It,
drill on the land.
it ain't no scam. Like,
I mean, so can y'all please Gullah Land and Legacy Fund? Um, gotta put this in. Make sure you put MBK by the name so she know that, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. But this right here, we gotta do something about this. We gotta do something about this. And that's that. Let me go back to my email. Let me see something else. There is something else there. Hold on. Oops, don't want to go in that one. Um, yeah, we
let me
don't
go
want
on
to
that,
go. We don't wanna go over there.
man.
But anyway, y'all get the point, man. So let me get out of this because the way this thing be Sherman is nuts, yo.
Yeah,
And
you go fuck around there. Yeah.
stop shit. So basically, you hear about the Gullah. Um, a lot of people. I know that my grandfather's Gullah, so I'm in there. But these people are a mixture of African people, different African tribes. Some would say 15. They also a mixture. Oh, the GoFundMe. Wait, let me put it in here. Hold on. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put actually. I'm gonna put this thing on the screen. Let me get this right. Let me put color in there. You can add on, brother. Color.
What's up, brother? But yeah,
Uh,
man. Anybody who do help, appreciate you. Even for the ones that care, appreciate you, man. This is real life stuff. Queen Quet, like she the truth, man. She traveled literally everywhere talking about my people, her people. You know what I'm talking about? So, like, my hats off to her. She done wrote several books. She a scholar. Um, she putting on for people, man. Like literally, she actually doing stuff. Like, you can just type of Queen Quet and a whole bunch of stuff, and you'll find out hers. You know what I mean? Doing more than just lobbying and whatnot. Actually putting their work, talking to these people. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's not no scam stuff. Like people donate, like how Bravo was saying, the guy was saying. People get up, man. People waste money on all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? A dollar or two. You know what I mean? To help out the support to the GoFundMe to the Land of Legacy. Because I know me personally, my family started out with more acres than what we got right now. I'm gonna leave it at that. Um, so all the support and help. So I appreciate y'all and thank y'all for listening too. Word up, MBK love, man.
oh, here you go. Because I want to put this in the thing so people can grab it. So here you go. Here. Okay, let's put this here. Give me 1 second. Throw this here. Cancel this. Here's the GoFundMe here. Paste. There you have it. Let me put a banner up. How do you do that? I don't remember. What is this? Where's the banner thing at? This is what happened when you be on your phone. I'll be forgetting because now I'm on the computer, so I like to be on
Mm,
my phone. Damn, I don't even know how to do it on the computer. That sucks. But anyway, Yeah, I see the GoFundMe in the chat. Please help the sister, help the people, spread the word of the plight so the people can know. Um, with that being said, I might put the link in here to see if anybody want to add on about the Gullah. I'll put this here. I'll leave it. I'll leave the chat open probably for a couple of minutes. There's the link to the
Mm-hmm.
chat. If y'all want to come add on, that's really what it is.
Mm-hmm. Because
So
I just
Gullah,
did specifically Georgetown. Like, you can, man, we can have hours of conversation about that right here, man.
there's a lot.
Everybody, Professor, everybody favorite nowadays. Everybody favorite, elder and whatnot. Professor Jay Smalls. He from down here. You know what I mean? Like, he's on. You know, he from Merle's Inlet. They're right down the road. So,
Right,
uh,
right, right. Okay, okay. I'll hear you.
yeah, man.
Oh, looks like nobody want to come on. We'll end that. That was a good presentation.
Hey,
That was real
appreciate you,
good.
man.
Let me
Everybody in
see.
the chat, thank you. I shot, thank you.
Everybody up in the joint. Hold on. Okay. Let me go back over here. We almost at 10,000. We almost at 10,000. Oh, there's somebody from the Gullah. I see a Gullah name there. Who's that?
Yo, what's up, yo? This is Gullah SC, yo. I'm from Charleston, yo.
Uh-oh.
Chucktown in the house. What's happening?
Hey, what's up, homie?
Cool,
I
cool.
wanted to come on here, and that was a good bill you was just doing. It just furthermore show how the Hebrew Israelites don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to things that they can prove, to show that the Hebrew Israelite culture is here. It
I
just
feel you.
I wanted to share I wanted to show something real quick. I wanted to share the screen real quick. Um, I want to show the slave house that's on Edisto Island on Point of Pines Road. That's where I grew up at. My mother
Okay.
actually knew a family that lived in this slave house, but they took the slave house and now they got it in DC in the museum over there. But the
Mm,
slave house is right down the street from me, man.
Okay. You can
Yeah.
share your
indeed.
screen, bro.
Oh, let me see. Let's see. I can share.
You on your computer, right?
Now I'm on my phone.
Oh, that ain't gonna work, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
It won't do it that way.
Trust me.
Is it a name or something that I could pull up or
Just pull up the that's in DC, and it'll pull up that slave house. My mother actually knew the ladies. Well, some her friends used to live in the house. There's like maybe like 15 of them, and you can see how small the house is. But
uh,
it's a slave
oh,
house, man.
so this is your actual like picture that you have, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's the actual picture.
Yeah, you gotta be on a computer with the StreamYard thing. It won't
All right,
it won't show from the phone.
all right, so good.
Yeah, I think we might have to switch to Zoom so we could get that in there. But yeah, man,
Hey,
the Gullah.
my fault, my
It,
fault. Real quick.
go ahead.
His name Ron, the dude off the Gullah Island TV show, right? Ain't he from Modesto? I'm asking Gullah
Uh,
SC.
Ron.
Ron son. Yeah, Ron, the brother up there that was on Gullah Island. He ended up going to school at one of them, Howard or one of them schools, and he became a scholar and whatnot. He do a whole bunch of talks and whatnot now too. I think he
Lorenzo.
from.
What's his last name?
I want to say yeah, Ron.
He
No,
wrote a book. He wrote that
yeah, he
book.
wrote a couple. Hey Ron, Rob Bone, look it up real quick. Old buddy that was on Gullah Island, man. My internet crazy.
What
I
that
can't
book
show
from the
Rob Bone.
50s? You talking about that book from the 50s? That book?
Nah,
By
nah.
Lorenzo.
I ain't
Dr.
talking about
Lorenzo.
I ain't talking about Lorenzo Down Turner. No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
somebody totally separate. The guy that was on the TV show Gullah Island. His name is Ron.
Oh, okay.
But I think he did some talks on that house you're talking about because he did some tours and whatnot. You
Yeah,
say
I'm
it's in DC, ain't it?
I don't know. This ain't my hood. I ain't
Oh,
got nothing to say.
you're right. I feel you, but never mind. But yeah, I'm
You
trying.
guys,
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
about to silent over here. I'm being quiet, man. But I'm gonna put this
Yeah,
thing on the screen again one more time so y'all
yeah.
can see. And let's throw this up there again. Share entire screen. Boom, 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 boom. There's the fundraiser. There it is. You see the update here. Let's just look at the update. You might as well just pull it up. So this is her website, Gullah Geechee Nation. Okay, let me see. The Gullah Geechee Fishing Association was a party in a lawsuit to prevent the use of seismic guns in the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, we know about that. This is a huge victory, not just for us, but several coastal communities that loudly and persistently protested the possibility of this blasting. Okay. See the queen there. She's there. I don't see no stars of David's.
I see an ancestral tree. And if you can zoom in on that tree, like one of the pictures, you zoom on the tree is actually bodies, yo. Like, so it's all ancestral stuff. Like,
So
you know what I mean? Like,
zooming in on heirs property and black land ownership. Tune in for the 21st episode of Zooming In on Sustainability as Queen Curse Chief is. What's that? Yeah, she moving, man. This real talk.
She be everywhere.
Heirs
And
property.
not even just her.
So she's here. She's putting in that pain.
The storytellers too.
Hayward both were commissioners on the inaugural Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Corridor Commission. They wrote a section on the land, heirs property, blah, blah, blah. They putting in that pain. So you see she's putting in that pain. All right. Who's this? Let me stop sharing. See what the brother Sosa gotta say, then I'm gonna cut this off. What up, Sosa? Peace, Asiatic. I see you, God. Peace.
Yeah. Ain't much too. I saw the homie coming from Charleston too. Yeah, I'm from Charleston. Yeah. I also want to say too, like, what Queen Quet, what she did. A lot of people don't realize that she was the first to combine the Geechee and Gullah really and bring them together like that. Like before, you won't really find people in Charleston refer themselves as Gullah, and we're not here Gullah people refer themselves as Geechee. You're talking two different dialects, right? They would really interact differently, and she combined it. Where now you hear people refer themselves as Gullah Geechee. So like she's the one that brought the communities together under one banner. So like a lot of people don't realize that, so she need to get that credit too.
Especially the ones out there in Florida too. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel you 1,000%, right?
Yeah, Florida, they'll just say Florida will consider themselves Geechee. They would not call themselves Gullahs.
Yeah, but she got that book called Ebo Landing.
That's the one. That book right there, fire. That book right there.
I got
the one.
It's a hardcover, so I would have to like turn my screen on and open the book and all that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That book right there, you could see how she draws the connections and how she connects the African cultures there. And she not playing no games.
And she's sourced up too. I'm talking about she's strapped up, man. Look, yo. She a beast with it, man. Ebo Landing, yes, sir.
Ebo Landing. That's
Ebo Landing. All right.
Yeah, you know the brother Kofi had made a children's book, right? And he based it on that, on a Gullah Geechee child who travels back to Africa and learn her roots. He just did a little book on that too. So
okay, I gotta check that out.
For those who don't know what Ebo Landing is, this is supposed to be the Igbo people, and it's a Pacific story that is like kind of still told. They basically killed themselves because they didn't want to be slaves, so they jumped in the water, and then they made a song. They have like their ancestral songs about those Africans, and then they said that they could see them, and they went back to Africa, etc., etc. Yeah. And they poisoned, and those who went there, and some of them went to Virginia, they actually poisoned their masters and all this other stuff. Yeah, so it's a good story.
It is. It's a 5 book too. Yeah.
Hey, tell me this. Hey, Robo, have you seen the Gullah Bible?
I seen it.
Yeah,
No,
have
I
you?
I know it exists. They
Okay,
just
okay, okay.
all they do is it's a Bible. It's just they use the Gullah dialect to write it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he wouldn't understand that thing if he tried to read it or heard it. He wouldn't understand it. Yeah,
I
yeah,
Yeah.
mean,
it's crazy to hear. But in Charleston, they finally actually made it a language now. Because when I
Mhm.
was young, they'll force you to move away from your dialect. You feel me?
Mhm.
Exactly,
Frowned
Yep,
upon.
exactly.
You know what I'm
yep.
saying? When I grew up downtown Charleston, when I moved to a white area, like and I started talking more proper, and then I go back downtown, shit,
Boy,
they
you
used to
Mhm.
talk
tease.
white. Boy, you talk white. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Yeah,
it.
that's
they used
another
to tease
level
me
now.
like, yo, what's going
Yeah,
on? Yeah, like what
you don't
the
cut your
hell?
teeth the same. Exactly.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. But it's actually a language now, so that they don't really force the children to, they
Hey,
actually
but
allow them to keep that dialect and still, what I'm saying, what I mean, just code switch basically.
hey,
Hmm.
but check this out. You got a cat from Charleston. His name's Sonny Michelle. He teach Gullah at Harvard University right now. Like it's a legit class. Like you know what I mean, well for the
Oh, wow.
same info. Yeah, Sonny
Yeah.
Michelle. Check him out, yo. Yeah.
all right. Any other questions or any other thing in the chat? Let me look in there. Let me see what they're talking about. And let's see what's going on. These guys are really in a fight. Who said
Yeah.
what up though here? What are we? What are we? One, you need to do your own genealogy to find out exactly who you are, and that'll answer that question. As far as we, um, 85 or 90% of us come from West and Central Africa from different tribes. That could be the Igbo, and then you have to break that down because the Igbo got like 11 or 12 tribes. Some of us are Khan; they have 10 to 12 tribes, etc., etc.
You got people
So,
about Cameroon, Congo, like yeah.
Right,
Cause
right,
cause
right. The
my
Jamaicans.
DNA.
Go
what
ahead.
Go ahead.
are the
I,
product of the same process of multi African? Oh yeah, we are the product of the same process of multi African. Yep, that's what we are. I call us the super Africans. We mixed up with everything. We got some native in us. We got some Euro in us, and multiple tribes.
Yeah, well, them
But
Jamaicans will be mostly what Akan, a lot of Akan people over
a lot of them is Igbo. A lot of Igbo. Yeah, some Akan became the dominant culture there, and then you have people from the Congo there. So yeah, there's a mixture of those multiple different African tribes. But that was a good build, brother. I'm not going to steal your thunder. I'm not even saying nothing. That was good. Um,
there.
peace to Sosa, peace to Gullah, all the Gullah people in the building. This is a brief introduction on Black Georgetown, South Carolina. All right. Peace to the band. Peace to everybody who watched. I'm going to end this jump off, and we are out of here. We are close to
peace.
10,000. We are almost there. Let's see what happens. Peace.
Peace.